Good afternoon and welcome to a new market update. As today we've had a very brief and harsh bear market in which the price of Bitcoin has touched $8,000. And yes, we've refilled everything and we are back at 64.7k. So an actual bear market it's not, but we're going to discuss whatever is happening on the markets in this update. Before we're going to continue, do not forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Like the YouTube update and do not forget to check out my Twitter and Instagram where you can find daily content on the markets. Looking at the price structure of Bitcoin right now, we are seeing a pretty nice vertical move. So yes, we've had a very harsh corrective move on Binance US. What was the actual reason of this taking place? Very simple. On several exchanges, you've got thin order books, so you don't really have anything in there. And when someone with a big size of their stack jumps on the exchange, starts market selling, it goes through the entire order book, and then you get what we see happening here with a big and fast wick, which is often fastly recovered as some people have positions or orders at some place, and then we just get back to equilibrium. However, it also caused the other exchanges to have a little bit of a corrective move too. As we see, that Bitcoin is not really continuing at this stage, as we've briefly touched a new all-time high just yesterday, in which we even got to 67k, and right now we're hovering around 64.7. So what is next to happen at this stage is that we've got a few issues with the recent price movements, right? So we've got the fact that we've once again got a big upwards move without any corrective move at all. So does it mean that you should be entering the markets at this stage, given the fact that you only see people expecting Bitcoin to run to 150k, 200k, etc. within just a few weeks from now? So does it mean that you should be rushing into the markets at this stage because of that perspective? Or should you be taking it a little bit slow and remind back on the actual trading strategies that we always deploy here, which is buying support resistance flips or crucial levels? When you're looking at the daily time frame and when we're looking at potential structures of the market at this stage, it seems very likely that at some point we're going to have a very normal corrective period and some sideways structure. And for that, I'm just combining the structure that we had previously, starting at the end of November until the end of December, in which the prices were just going sideways. Given the fact that we've just witnessed a very vertical price axis or price action on Bitcoin itself, it would not be a surprise that we're going to get it relatively soon. Yesterday we've also determined some levels of interest with the Fibonacci extension tool. First one was the area around 75k, and we also briefly have the area around 67k as the next target zone to derive here based on the previous impulse waves. We got there and we've got a brief corrective move. So what is most likely the chance right now? Okay, we could still be running all the way towards 75k. But at that point, the RSI is going to be overextended. And then next, we also get into the scenario where literally everyone will be long. So if we're going to have a slight reversal at all, it's going to hurt the markets pretty bad. And then we get a squeeze move like this. I urge you that if we get in that area, we get a breakout south, you should not become scared at all. As long as the market structures remain valid, which was also the case lately, we are just fine and just having a normal correction. However, the corrections don't happen in a very briefly manner, given the fact that the longs are getting squeezed on the downwards movements. So at this stage, Bitcoin against USDT, crucial area that I'm looking at is the entire region around 58k. Not sure whether we're going to get it, but if we are going to reverse here or close to 70k, we most likely are going to get a scenario like this before we're going to continue moving upwards. I'm not in a group of people assuming that we're getting into the bull end at this quarter. I'm in a group of people that is assuming that we're going to get another run like we've been seeing last year and we top out in April 2022. This is pretty much my scenario at this stage, in which the crucial area that I'm looking at is 58k. If we're looking at lower time frames at this point, we can see that we've already got a very important level here. If we lose the level around and I'll just erase this one a little bit. If we lose the level around 63k, which is this entire block, I think we're going to squeeze out. I think we're going to see stops getting triggered out of here, and we might be falling all the way to 60k, between 60 to 61k in one go. That is also going to hurt the altcoins at this point, especially given the fact that the assumption is heavily that altcoins will be doing well. And yes, Ethereum has been showing strength just right now, and I have to adjust the exchange in a little bit. Ethereum against Bitcoin has been doing well, has been showing a great bounce here. However, also in the past cycles we've seen bounces happening, and it's not really a gain. So what I mean by a gain is that we get back above recent resistance zone. So in this case we get back above 0.066 and 67. At this point we're just bouncing back into the resistance, and we're still trending south. So if Bitcoin is going to correct, the question will be, will the Bitcoin pair starting to show strength, or will they be dropping with Bitcoin? And if that's going to take place, I think Ether against USDT will fall even more, and then we're going to get some retest at lower levels still. For Ethereum against Bitcoin, the crucial level that I'm looking at is the entire level that we have to bounce from here. If that doesn't crack, the trend is still south, and then I'm mostly looking around the area at 0.056, or when we retest this low and create ourselves a higher low. Further, I just believe that we're still chopping around here, some slight bounce, and especially if you look at Cardano for instance, you can say that we are back towards support, but it's not really showing strength at all. It is just making a slight bounce back up, and you generally just want to see more strength happening, or at least a double bottom confirmation before we're going to see a reversal at all. Ethereum against USDT, crucial level that I'm looking at right now after sweeping this all-time high is this entire region around 38. I'm looking at that level for a potential retest, then we might be getting some more sideways action before we start to break up. If Bitcoin is going to have another one, Ethereum could be running towards 4.5, have this corrective move, and then the real party starts to happen. Very comparable to any of those price actions that we have seen previously. So you've seen in November, runs upwards, retest, sideways action, then a breakout, and this was the moment where altcoins started to do really well. So we're not in a bear market, Bitcoin is doing fine, but we could be seeing a correction. Whether it's going to be here or at 70 to 75k, that is the question at this point. I hope you have enjoyed this update, and I'll be back relatively soon.